Hello, fellow diggers. Well, I know everybody, all my buddies out there. Well, I know all my buddies out there like for me to let them know what's going on, and I've had several of them say, you've kind of dropped out of sight. Well, if I don't make videos, I guess it does seem that way, so I'm making one. And this morning, I might have dropped out of sight for good. I think I have learned that I need to start eating a good meal late in the evening, or at least a good snack before I go to bed, something to keep my blood sugar up, because this morning I was supposed to get up at 6:30 to go to wound care, and that didn't quite happen. The alarm was going off, but I didn't hear it. My wife heard it, which is unusual. She usually ignores it and goes right back to sleep.
You again?
But she said something told her not to ignore it. She got up and couldn't get me up at all. And no nothing. She'd shake me and talk to me, and I could see her and hear her, but I couldn't respond. And she said I was kind of hanging off the bed a little bit, and so she got my stepson to come in and try. He's a good-sized fella. He was able to lift me up off the bed and get me over in the bed somewhat. And he shook me and everything. He, Pops, wake up. I could see and hear him. Couldn't do anything about it. And then they called the ambulance and had them come out, and they could see I was unresponsive. They took my blood sugar, and it was 31. Yeah, a little low. I've had it get down to 56 before, and I'd eat a popsicle and it'd go right back up. But I think 31 is my new record. I don't want to do that again. It was extremely uncomfortable laying there and not being able to respond, like when she was looking for a place to put the IV, and she was all over my left arm, and I've got one really good vein, and it's in my right arm, and I couldn't tell her. I couldn't point to it. I couldn't show her. I couldn't say anything. I just had to put up with what they found, which was in my forearm rather than being anywhere else. But I'd a lot rather had the IV in the bend of my arm, but they couldn't find one on that side. Now on the other side there was a damn nice vein, but anyway, also having a little bit of trouble with this right foot. When I went in for that dye test, they weren't able to find any major blockages or anything, but the other night I was walking through my kitchen, and I had just stepped on the vent. So I heard this loud pop. Well, to me it sounded loud. I heard a pop and felt what felt like my foot dropping down. Well, I was walking on my toes because they told me not to walk on my heel. And I kind of hopped to the side because I just knew that register had collapsed or something. And I looked back at it, and no, it looks fine. I stepped on it with my left foot. No, it's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with the vent. So I came back into the living room and sat down and reclined the end of my sofa that I sit on. And I raised my foot up to show my wife and my stepdaughter where the pain was and where the sound sounded like it was coming from. And we noticed something dripping off my heel. it was blood. It was coming out like somebody had turned on a spigot. Well, I had Kat to go get me a couple of towels, and I wrapped one around it and put one under it, and then got the cleaner stuff that we use for when the cats have an accident or something, you know, and one of them gets sick. And cleaned off the recliner to get the blood off of it. Got 99% of it off, so I'm proud of that cleaner. But that's been giving me problems. It's still bleeding a little bit, but I think it's residual blood that's up in my foot somewhere that's just working its way out. But nobody's been able to tell me where the hell that blood was coming from. I don't know if I popped a ligament in my foot, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't, you know, I know there's a lot of bones in your feet, and there's a lot of tendons and ligaments and all kind of other stuff to work our toes and make our foot bend and all this other stuff, but doctor I ain't. In front of my name, you'll never see the DR or the PhD. Oh, Lord. But anyway, I wanted to come on here. You know, you can see I'm in good spirits. I'm having to use a set of crutches to walk around right now, because I seriously can't walk without them. That's just not happening. But anyway, I'm using the crutches to get around right now. I'm fixing to take my stepson into town. He's got to finish filling out his food stamp application. And then we're going to go by Walmart and see if we can't find one of those scooters where I can ride into the store. And if he can find one, bring it out to me. That'd be great. I'm going to let him ride the scooter out to me. But then we can go in. I'm going to get some fruits and stuff like that for snacks. Maybe a thing of peanut butter crackers. My only problem when I buy the big pack of peanut butter crackers is keeping the wife and the kid out of them. They like them as much as I do. So, one of them deals. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on here and let y'all know what's going on. And I can't never say I've never been in a diabetic coma before, because now I have. That was exactly what that was a diabetic coma.
That's where we're seeing some of the bigger showers.
Luckily, they were able to pull me out of it. But that was a close call. That's something I don't want to do again.
Near Steenhatchee, near Horseshoe Beach, Pointsburg,
so
that we still do have a couple of these downpours mixed in. And as far as the rest,
I'm gonna make damn sure that I have a good snack or a good meal in the evening meal. Make sure that it's a hearty meal, and that'll tide my.
Last hour, you can see that general west to east motion. And it does look like there might be a break behind it. We will get breaks.
That'll tide my blood sugar and all over until the next day.
This morning, it's going to show plenty of activity down near Appalachia.
And that way we won't be going through none of this.
Across our area.
In the meantime, gentlemen, I'll let you get back at it. And this is Penny Digger. And we're